Hi guys, and welcome to the first video on my channel. I forgot what I was going to say. This is a Baku times, I think I'm going to do Todoroki. Yeah. Baku times Todoroki. This is 18 plus, just to let you guys know. And I do not know if there's extra parts, so if there is, I will tell you at the end of the video. So yeah, let's just get on to this. Todobaku. Stupid icyhot. Todoroki's POV. Today was one of those days I really didn't want to get out of bed. I could probably pull off pretending to be sick, but I can't afford missing days. I have training to do, and I kind of wanted to see Bakayo. I groaned and pushed myself off of the mattress. I hadn't slept well last night, so today I wasn't going to be my best. I walked in the bathroom and pulled out my toothbrush and toothpaste. While brushing my teeth, my phone started buzzing, and I answered without realizing who the call was. Hello, I answered, toothbrush still in my mouth. Okay. But I lost my place. Got a dick stuck in your mouth or something, icyhot? Bakayo grumbled on the other side of the phone. I spit into the sink. Not as many as you did last night, I reported. Fuck you, Bakayo growled. What do you want? I grumbled, putting my uniform out of the closet. Oh yeah, old hag isn't letting me walk to school alone anymore. Says too many villains going around and not enough available pros to help out. She's got the fucking door barricaded until someone shows up. You down? Damn sure, I said. I should be leaving in a second. I yawned into the phone. Flip, I heard yawn and I yawned. That was not in the story, sorry. Yeah. Get some more sleep. You look like shit. And with that, he hung up the phone. I rolled my eyes at his nonsense comment and rushed to get ready. I pulled my bag over my shoulder and walked downstairs, nodding goodbye to my sister, who was finishing breakfast. Thankfully, my dad was off doing some pro hero work today. I made my way to Bakayo's and knocked on the door. His mom peeked her head out and then screamed up from the stairs. Screamed up the stairs to Bakayo. I'm coming, old hag. He yelled back, stomping down the stairs. He looked like a toddler who didn't get his way. He walked out of the house, slamming the door before his mother said goodbye properly. You two like each other, huh? Shut up, icyhot bastard, Bakayo muttered, shoving his hand into his pockets. We walked in silence, but there was something about him off today. He wasn't jumping around and yelling stupid jokes about everything or shoving me around or making eye contact when we did talk. What's up? I asked. Huh? He questioned, seemingly snapped out of whatever doze he was in. What's your problem? What's your problem? You're awfully quiet. Don't worry about it, he snapped back. Don't worry about it, he snapped back, failing to sound threatening. I put my hand on his fluffy blonde head and patted it jokingly. He responded with a spark in his hand. Oh, don't get your panties in a bunch, Pomeranian, I pressed, pissing him off more. Fuck you, asshole. Make me, I laughed. Bakayo grabbed my arm and led me to a silently wooden area near the neighborhood. What are you doing, Bakayo? I wondered out aloud. He leaned me far enough to where we could see the entrance, but no one could see us. I parted my lips to ask what we were doing, but he responded before I could talk. Listen, all right? I'm not good at this shit, but you're going to sit here and listen, got it? I nodded instantly curious to what could be so important. You look like something about you. I like something about you. I don't know what it is, but whatever. Look at you. I don't want to blow your head off, so that must mean something. I think I like you. Can't say I've ever felt this way about anyone, but I cut him off with a small kiss to his lips. Nothing special, but something to shut his rambling up. Thanks, he blurted out without realizing. I stood up and grabbed him by the hand before I could lend him out of the area. He pulled me back into a kiss, a rough one. I tried to make him leave, but part of me wanted to see where this would go. So I stayed there with him. His lips were surprisingly soft, and his arms made their way to my neck. His hand played with my hair. I pushed him to the grass gently, my hand going up his shirt. He pulled off my jacket, and I pulled off his. Lips still glued together. Eventually he pulled away for breath, his hips pushing up against mine for some kind of fraction. Except there, I teased, forcing his hips back down. Shut up, icyhot. I interrupted him, breaking my palm, putting my palm through his jeans. His member already seemed hard. Okay, guys, this is where it's like 18 plus. Just warning to click off now if you want, or you could stay. I don't really care. I pulled out my phone, out of my pocket. We had 15 minutes before we had to get walking. Make it to school in time. What is it? He moaned. What is it? He moaned. God, I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. Sorry. What is it? He moaned from under me. I leaned into his ear, biting his globe gently. I only have 15 minutes to make you scream. I felt his body shudder underneath me. His hand back to my head, tingling my hair as I pulled him into another kiss. I pulled off his jeans and boxers, exposing him to the cool air around us. He pulled away, hesitant to continue. What's wrong? Are you all right? I asked. I won't want to keep going if he has doubts about this. Nothing. I've never done this before. He looked down, sitting up on his elbows. I placed gently kisses on his collarbone. Don't worry. I'll make sure you are okay. Do you want me to keep going? He took a moment, then nodded, laying back down and holding me close to him. I put 3 fingers in his mouth and instructed him to suck. 3 fingers? 3 fingers. You must think highly of yourself, Bakayo mocked, before taking in the 3 fingers. You won't be saying that when I fuck you senseless, you will you? Bakayo moaned in reply. As I pumped his member with my other hand, rubbing my thumb across his slit. He gasped and arched his back at the feeling, moaned between my fingers. Fuck, I would be fine just teasing him, but where am I? We didn't have time for that. Now I pulled my fingers out of his mouth and entered one in his hole. He moaned in pleasure rather than pain, lowering himself into my fingers. You've never done this before. Not with anyone else. You think I haven't fucked myself before? The thought of Bakayo in his room, fucking himself with his fingers, made my member throb more, beginning to be tinted too. I shoved the two fingers inside of him to cut back on more, making his head throw back onto the grass and moaned louder. Then before he was screaming, he was a screamer, wasn't he? I scissored my fingers inside him, curling up to his prostate. Time, I asked, looking at the phone. Bakayo reached for the phone and turned on. 10 minutes, he moaned, pushing back on my 2 fingers. I pulled them out, unzipped my jeans, letting my cock free. Bakayo looked over to me and his eyes widened. All right, you got a little too proud of, he groaned, cock twitching an instant. I smiled to myself and angled my member to his hole, pushing the tip in. I got a loud moan in response. That grown into a scream as I thrusted into him. I put my hand on his mouth, kissing his collarbone and neck to distract him. He moaned in my hand as I as I thrust gently inside of him. "Get faster," I heard from my hand. What? I asked, removing my hand. "Faster, faster, Icyhot," he yelled, wrapping his arms around my waist. I knew if I went faster, I wouldn't be able to control myself. I'd fuck him senseless, but that's what he wants. I quickened my pace, slamming in and out of him, covering his mouth to silence his moans. But it did nothing. "You want every house in town to hear you?" I asked, leaning into his ear. He said nothing in response, drool slipping down his cheek. "Of course you do. You little slut, aren't you? You're just a little slut, aren't you? You want everyone to see you, Katsuki Bakayo? Like this? Fucked. To no end. Screaming my name, don't you?" I don't know where this came from, but it seemed to make Bakayo's member twitch in more excitement. Nodding his head. "What's my name, Katsuki? Say it." I tugged on his hair, moving my hand so he could speak. Fuck, was all he managed to get out. His face blushed bright red, and his eyes rolled to the back of his head. Drool stained his cheeks as he couldn't do anything but enjoy Shoto's balls deep inside him. Gumming. Bakayo got out, arching his back. "Not until you say my name, kitten," I said, gripping his cock. "Daddy!" he cried, tugging my hair. I didn't see him as a daddy type of guy, but I went with it, letting go of his member, so he came on his stomach and chest, eyes rolling farther into his head. With a few more thrusts, I came inside of him, too, grunting and falling onto my arms right above him. "Fuck," Bakayo groaned, tightening around me. You want to keep my dick in you, huh? Huh? I teased, seeing goosebumps raise on his arms. I pulled out, desperate. Bakayo's disappointment whined and groaned over our clothes. I wiped the gum off his stomach with an undershirt I had in my bag and helped him get dressed then himself. "Shit, I'm not walking," he groaned, stumbling to me. I held him to my chest and carried him out of the area. He wouldn't be able to do anything in school today, and we were going to be late if we tried to continue walking. "Want to go to your mom's house or my house?" I suggested. "No way in hell am I explaining to my mother why I can't walk straight," Bakayo grumbled. "All right, my house it is. My sister should be gone for work by now, so I shouldn't have to deal with questions. I'll call Bakayo and I off by the time we get to my house." Bakayo was asleep in my arms, and I walked him to the bedroom, carefully sitting him down on the bed. I took his shoes and jacket off so he could sleep comfortably. Then I went to shower. "Thank God it's Friday," I heard Bakayo mutter from behind me. Stupid Icyhot. I smiled to myself at my work. Alright guys, and that's over. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Guys, when it started getting 18, I'm like, oh god, it's getting 18. Oh no. And that was awesome. That was great though. It was kind of cute though. To be honest, it was kind of cute, but also very, very disturbing. I won't be doing all 18 plus though. Like, you don't have to worry about that and stuff like that. But that's my first video on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.